All right, guys, we are going to take a look at the project that you're going to be beginning today and then working on over 4 class periods total. So we essentially are going to go through the rubric first and the project expectations. Then you'll spend 2 days doing research and then 2 days working to complete your presentation. So you'll take that research and turn it into a presentation using either Keynote or Google Slides. So we'll take a look at first the rubric so that you guys are able to see where your grade is going to be coming from. The entire project is 100 points. There is a large area of points that is all your content. So these are the areas that I'm asking you to research on the robot of your choice. Which means they have to then be included into your presentation. So we have 11 different content areas, right? Each of those at 5 points apiece. So you're going to have 55 of your 100 points coming from your research. 30 points is going to be your organization, so that is everything. Punctuation, it's going to be, do you have things spelled correctly? Do you have things organized in a way that is understandable to the audience? 5 points is going to be that you turn in your notes. So this research you're doing in the first few days, that is 5 points out of the grade. And then making sure you submit things on time will be another 10 points. So let's take a look at the assignment document. The sample presentations we will look at on one of the other days. We want to get research done today first. So in the beginning, I have sample choices up here. If you are familiar with a certain robot that you would like to research, you are able to, but it has to be a real one. So it can't be one that has been in a movie that's pretend, because we're not going to get enough information out of it. Here we go. So what you have to research. So what task does your robot perform? We need to know what it does. That's the beginning, kind of explaining what the name of your robot is and what they do. Okay. Second question is looking at, does it have a function similar to what a human could do? Okay. Where is your robot used? Try to be as specific as you can. List a company, list a country, a state. What is its work envelope? So we're looking at how flexible that robot is. Does it have something that's very similar to a human hand, that's bendable, that is able to pick something up? Is the robot multifunctional? So can it do more than one thing? Picking up and putting down would be considered the same task, but if it can pick something up and rotate it, or pick something up and move it across the room, that would be 2 different tasks. We want to look and see if we can see how the robot is taught to perform its tasks. So look and see, what code is used for, and then fill in the blank with the name of your robot. All of them have some type of functional coding that is used. So see if you can figure out what that program is. We want to look at the sensors your robot has, right? And again, there's a variety: cameras, lights, sound, temperature. All of those are examples of different sensors. We want to look at advantages and disadvantages to using your robot. Notice those are plural, so you cannot just give me one advantage and one disadvantage. Try to come up with a complete list that is well-rounded. So again, by list, I would honestly say that a good list will have probably at least 3 advantages and 3 disadvantages. Look at the impact of your robot. If all of a sudden we were seeing this robot out in the world around us, what do you think would be the major effect of that? Would it be taking jobs away? Could it break? Could it help people? Could it possibly cause harm? What is its impact? And again, I say has or could have, because some of the robots are still prototypes. So you kind of have to imagine the robot all of a sudden being in the world around you. We need to look at what kind of jobs would be created by having that robot. Think all the way from the beginning, the people designing, programming, and creating it, all the way to the end, where different companies might be using it, and maybe you have technicians that need to come to fix it, or you have a sales department that's trying to get companies to buy it. Predict some changes and explain those that you think could happen to that robot in the future. What do you think could make it better that might meet the needs of a wider variety of people? So again, this is not one of those that you skip. You have to make sure that you are giving some predictions. So again, make sure we're looking at that as something that it could be something announced, but I would like to have your input as well. Number 12 is not necessarily something that you're going to be filling in here, but you do as you're working and finding that research. If you find a good website, bookmark it. You'll need to save it in your bookmarks until we finish the project, and then you could delete it. If you find pictures, again, save some of those pictures because we want to make sure that we are adding those pictures in throughout your presentation as you are creating it.